I'm Paul Campo, and today I thought we would get back to another cool blues riff. It's not really one riff, one chord, one song, but it's two riffs, two chords, one song. And this is probably my favorite Freddie King riff. Freddie King had kind of two careers. He had an early career in the early 60s where he spelt his first name Freddie with a Y. And then again I think it started in 1969 with Atlantic Records, and he changed his name to Freddie, spelled with I-E. So my point is, his first career, I think he was on Federal Records and King Records, ironically. He did a ton of these blues instrumentals. This one's called Out Front. And maybe you remember in one of the earlier videos I didn't recall the name of the Freddie King instrumental because they're instrumentals. And again, he's got an album called Just Pickin'. You should check it out. And it's, I don't know, probably like 20 or 30 instrumentals that are just super cool. So this is in E, and let's just jump right in. As always, in the description below, there's a free PDF tab sheet for you. So grab that if you think you're going to need that little cheat sheet. So we're going to start on the open E. Just going to hit it, and I've got my second finger and third finger ready. And so that's a little quick right off the bat. So I'm going finger 2 to 3 on frets 3 to 4 on the low E. And I'm going to hit that low E again. Or actually, I take that back. I'm not. And that's the quick part of this. And that's might be the thing that gives you a little trouble. It's just a really cool sound. It's actually, it's almost like a takeoff on that old country riff song called Hot Rod Lincoln. I think this came first though. So the low E, then my first finger is going to the B note, 2nd fret A string, and then I'm gonna do this pinky stretch. And my pinky is going to the 5th fret, A string. So slowly on the low E riff. Now if that's a big stretch, you could lift your first finger off. It's not too bad though, really. So we would have that riff 4 times. And maybe on the picking you're gonna go down, down, up, down, up, down, up. This has a flow to it, so the up and down alternate picking is really gonna help here. So we got 4 of those. Then just like a lot of blues songs, I'm gonna go to the, or in this case, the A chord, but what's called the 4 chord change. So in the key of A, I have an A riff now. So I'm gonna do that 2 times. Then we're going back to the 1 chord for 2 more times. Now here's the hardest part of the whole thing. It's getting this B riff. Because we're in the key of A, the 1, 4, 5 is E, A, and B. So the B change is not open. So here's the second riff we've got to do. My pinky is going to get the 7th fret low E string. Then my 2nd, 3rd finger are going to get frets 5 and 6. Then my first finger, 4th fret D string. Pinky's gonna hop to the 7th. So let's do that again, slower. And then we'd go to the A 1 time. Then the low E 2 times, or actually just once, and then I'm going to hit this B7. Now, I should say this. If you look up this song, it's going to start with an introduction, a little solo over the E change, and then Freddie picks up the riff on the A. I wanted to simplify this, kind of make it not a beginner's blues riff, but it's not super hard. And if you just maybe check out some of my other videos I did on easy blues riffs like Born in Chicago, Freddie King's Chicago Blues was pretty easy. This is a little bit of a jump up, but if you keep making these little jumps up, before you know it, you're happening. So let's kind of review walking down from the 5 chord. So here's the B riff, the A riff, and the low E riff. Now I'm gonna hit the low E and let it ring, set up a B7. Now, that's kind of the gist of the whole thing. He's going to go through, like I said, he's going to do an intro over the E, and then he's going to do the riff over A and B, and then he's going to repeat that, then he does some solos. You know, I'm not going to do the intro parts for this song. Ironically, I teach this stuff, I'm not going to say all day. I don't have a lot of students that call out Freddie King out front. But I have the whole thing tabbed out. So if you listen to the song out front and you're like, man, that's a cool intro, definitely get the free PDF in the link. It's going to be it exactly. So, you know, we should probably go over the rhythm. The rhythm isn't that hard either. It's kind of the standard 12-bar blues thing. So over the E, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'm going to go to the A, half of the amount of time, back to the E. Now for the B, I could make this a little easier. I could do it right here. I could slide up to the 7th fret, so it's not so much of a stretch. Why don't we do it that way? And I could get the A on the way down, and then hit the E. And I've got that B7 again. So let's do that a little slower. Then we're going to hit the close-up, and we'll look at that again. It's really not hard. I actually have a video on 12-bar blues like this in A. So if this is new to you, check that video out. So here's our pattern that basically, you know, it would be great if you've got a loop pedal, put this down on a loop pedal, and then practice the riff to it. So here it goes. I'm going to do it a little bit slower though. To the A, back to the E, the B, the A, and the E again. And I'll hit that B7. So why don't we zoom in now and take a closer look at all this stuff. Okay, we're zoomed in. So let's just start out by looking at the riff closely, make sure everybody's got it. Low E string open, fingers 2 to 3 on frets 3 to 4, kind of quick. So open first. It's going to be that. So I'm going to go. Whoops. You're going to want to down up there. So down, down, up, down, up, down, up. I think the picking, you know, a lot of these earlier blues riffs we did, they had a lot of attitude. You get away with the downstrokes because of that attitude. Something like this, you're going to want that alternate picking flow. So let's break that down slow. So I got open, finger 2 to 3, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's going to be the picking pattern that gets you there on this one. We're going to do that 4 times. And you get the A 2 times. Back to the E for 2 times. The B once. A. Back to the E. And you're going to hit that E, let it ring, and then hit a B7. That's the basic overview. Let's kind of look at that a little slower in detail, and maybe let's start by breaking down that B change. So you've got the E, which is just the A, you're just moving it down a string. On the B, we don't have that open string, so our pinky has got to grab that B note on the 7th fret, but fingers 2 and 3 are right there. So it's not like you're moving far, but maybe for a lot of people out there that are maybe new to some of this stuff, getting the pinky in the game is tricky. And I'll say this, I've been teaching a long time. I've been teaching full-time for 27 years. You get your pinky in the game, and it's a game changer. And so just look at it as maybe there's 2 teams, 2 basketball teams, and one team gets another guy. That's not fair. Well, get your pinky in the game. Get another guy on the team. So we get this. So pinky is getting the 7th fret. Finger 2 is getting the 5th. Finger 3 is getting the 6th. Finger 1 is getting the 4th fret. D string, then you're doing that same pinky stretch. Then you're just pulling back. That's it. That's the hard part. Back to the E. Then you're just going to hit the E, let it ring, and while it's ringing, set up your B7. Now, why don't we do this? Why don't we go through the entire riff? I'm going to do it really slow, and I won't say a word, and maybe you can play along as kind of like a little practice exercise. Okay, here we go. If any of this is tricky, seems tricky, if you're new to this, in the description below, free PDF. It's got the riff. It's actually got the intro in this, which I did not teach, but if you listen to this recording, you probably would like it. So there's a rhythm behind this. It's not that difficult. It's based around the standard 12-bar blues. It's in E. So the tricky part of a blues in E is you've got an open E, an open A, but the B is closed. And let me show you what I mean. So he opens up on the E. Actually, in the song, he opens up with stops. And so it's going to be, and then he does a little intro thing. But what I did on this to make it easy, it's kind of more of a way to teach people how to get into a riff like this. It's going to be this for the E. Same thing on the A. but half of the time. Back to the E, but for half of the time that we did, just like the A. Now here's our B. Could get the A like that, back to the E. So it's like 3.5, and then I'm gonna hit that B7. So I did the B shape down here because it's actually a smaller stretch than if we did it there. It doesn't matter really. Well, technically this has more bass, but if I was gonna do the B here, I would just do the A there. So and then the E. So to me, it's kind of easier, at least in my experience of teaching when people are new to this. This is a much harder stretch. And I mean, just keep in mind, you'll see me spreading my fingers out more than a lot of people because I'm used to doing bigger stretches for other things. You don't need to be way stretched out. Your pinky can get right to the edge of that metal. Just make it sound good, really. So from the B, just right over the metal, not, you know, and it's a much easier position here. Same thing on the A. Then I've got the E, 1, 2, 3. Kind of call it 3.5. You wouldn't have to do it that long. You could go 1, 2, 1 hit. Wait a second. Set up your B7. 2 hits. So why don't we go through the backing blues rhythm slower, and then that should get you covered. I think what would be a great idea for a lot of people, if you've got a loop pedal, maybe practice this first. Then copy, just maybe play along to the rhythm here, do a slow version of this rhythm into your loop pedal and practice the riff over that. I mean, the riff, the speed of the rhythm I set up is basically out front, pretty much exact. So it might be a little tricky like that. So what we got here is, here's the whole rhythm, slow. Okay, that kind of covers it. I hope the close-up helped. Let's get back to the full video. Okay, well, I hope the close-up section helped. As you can see, this really isn't that hard. And this riff just sounds super cool. This is probably my favorite Freddie King riff. Why don't we put on the recording and see if we can get ourselves out of this here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Hey, okay. Well, you know, I think that's going to help you get this one going. If anyone has any questions, leave them in the comments below. I think that's about all I could say on this one. So I hope you all have a great day today.